Welcome everyone to tonight's episode of Dead Talk Live. I'm your host Viz from Walking Dead Now. Our broadcast tonight and every night is simultaneously live streamed to Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter starting at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Want to welcome all our first-time viewers as well as our regular viewers. We hope you can stay with us for the next hour and participate in our viewer interactive show. If you enjoy our broadcast, we would kindly ask you to head on over to our YouTube channel, which is called Walking Dead Now, and subscribe. And you get to watch all of these broadcasts as well as all of our custom videos as well. For more information about our show, please visit us on the web at deadtalklive.com. Our producer Marko is going to be handling the text chats as always, and I'll be talking to you guys live on the air. So how is everyone doing tonight? Hey Mancini, Yasmin. I see you on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. Hey Saz. Hey Nicholas. How's everyone doing? Maya 15. Hello. Monica Salas has joined us. Hey Monica. Ismail, how you doing, man? Mancini. Oi. Oh man, I'm glad to see all the faces here with us. We have a great show tonight. We have a lot of stuff to go through tonight. Marko put together a great show. We actually have a lot of announcements to go through and so forth. So I hope I'm feeling giddy tonight. I don't know why. I got a great night's sleep last night. I slept for a good 8.5 hours. I woke up earlier than normal and I'm just energetic. I'm just ready to go. Full of not nervous, I'm just full of energy tonight. So, did you guys see the video about the latest contest we are running? Who saw the video? And you know what, before I sat down, I forgot to bring the items with me so I can show them to you guys again, so they're in the back there. But anyway, I posted a video today. We are giving away... this is all thanks to Marko. Let me just bring it up so I don't screw this up. But we have for those who haven't seen it, we are giving away this collector's edition Walking Dead graphic novel. It has the first 48, I guess you call them issues of the Walking Dead comics, all put together in one thick-ass book. Okay, the first 48 Walking Dead comics in one book. This is a collector's edition. It's like brand new condition, as you could see in the video where I actually showed it off. So how many of you guys are actually looking forward to that? I mean, I think that's an awesome kick-ass prize. I was actually debating on keeping it a little while so I can read through it. But I'm like, nah, this is for our fans. This is for our contest. We'll be giving it away. Lily Rose writes me. Lily's excited. Juno has joined us on Instagram. Jane has joined us on Instagram. Thank you for joining us, guys. Hey, Summer. Summer is very excited to watch. We're very excited to have you here, Summer. Also, along with that graphic novel of the first 48 issues of the comic books, Marko is donating the governor's daughter, Penny, action figure. And as I announced in the video, what makes this action figure special is that this is the Penny from the comic books. Okay, this is not the Penny that we saw on the TV show. It's even harder to find. It's out there, but it's a little bit harder to find. It's the Penny from the comic books action figure. So if you guys haven't seen my video where I announced the contest, it's all over the place. It's on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. So if wherever you follow us, the post is right there. It's like a 3-minute video where I explain the contest. We are not doing a trivia contest. We like to keep things fresh here. So my director, who likes to remain nameless, came up with a great idea. I was talking to her and I said, what else besides trivia can we do? And since we are a video channel, we are a Walking Dead video channel, fundamentally, you know, she came up with a great idea. Let's have, the fans create a Walking Dead themed video. Okay, I'm like, that is a great idea. Now, as I mentioned, Ismail writes, can you show us Penny again? Ismail, I forgot it. It's in the back. I don't want to get up right now in the middle of the show. You can watch the video and you can see it. It's in there. Ismail also writes, video editing isn't meant for everyone. Exactly. And that's why I understand that. Ismail writes, isn't Marko the director? No, Marko's the producer. There is a difference. Marko is in charge of, producing content, topics, guests. The director is the person who helps me with how the show is going to be put together each and every night, including technical stuff like placement of the videos, which videos, how they're edited, and so on. So that's the director's job. It's completely different than the producer's job. That's why in every movie you will see the producer, then the director. Two completely separate jobs. Really different. So Lily writes, for the video, is it all Walking Dead edit? Let me explain. Okay? Like Ismail says, I don't care if you've never edited a video in your life. Okay? That's not what this contest is about. What I am looking, for you guys is to first have fun doing this. There's a lot of apps if you just have a mobile device. There's a lot of software if you have access to a PC. There's a whole bunch of stuff, okay? So you can use whichever device you want. I am not looking for professional grade editing here. Nowhere near. What I'm doing is I am looking for your creativity, okay? It's not just going to be me that's going to be, judging the videos. I don't even like to use the word judge, okay? What we're looking for is creativity, okay? What scenes did you pick out to put together? What song did you decide to put with the video? And so on. That's what we're looking for. And, you don't have to be a professional video creator to win first prize in this contest. Nowhere near. I'm just interested to see who comes up with the most creative idea and unique idea. I'm not judging this on video editing skills. So Ismail, I hope that answers your question, and I tried to make it clear in the video as well. This is not going to be on who can make the fanciest video effects. No. Nothing to do with that. Nothing to do with that at all. In fact, the people who just load up a video with a whole bunch of fancy video effects, but then at the end of the day, that's all you have is fancy video effects, and the content itself is not that great. You're not gonna win. It's and besides, to make this even more interesting is me, Marko, the director. We're not going to be picking the winner. All we're going to do is what Ismail writes. Don't you think people can steal videos from YouTube, Instagram, and place them on their own? Yes, and I will be keeping an eye out for that. I'm very well aware of that, Ismail. Trust me. I'm going to be keeping an eye on that as well. So please don't steal anyone else's video. Don't. It's just, that's not, it's not like I'm giving away $1 million prize here. Okay? We're just here to have some fun. I really want you guys to start playing around with video editing. I think it's fun. I think if you guys start doing it, you'll really love it. And you don't have to spend any money. There's a lot of programs out there that have free trials. You'll get a watermark on your video, which is fine. Watermarks are fine. I'm gonna ignore the watermarks. Don't worry about the watermarks. Little Princess writes, so the contest is just to make a video. A Walking Dead themed video, yes, with a song. You have to pick a song and put together some clips, video on Walking Dead clips, in any way you think it should go. Like, just get an idea of what you want this video to look like and just try to put it together. Hey, Mikhail19, thank you for joining us. How you doing? 7U7 Andrea has joined us. Little Princess writes, okay, sweet. Okay, cool. So I hope I've explained that, okay? You don't have to be a professional Hollywood studio editor to win this prize. I'm looking for creativity, uniqueness, and I just want to see your ideas translated into the video. And the great thing is, we'll pick like the top 5 or more maybe, and we don't get to decide who the winner is. We're gonna list them on an Instagram story as a poll, and we're gonna let the fans pick which one they like the most, and it will be explained. This is not about video editing, it's about creativity and ideas. I haven't yet decided how I'm gonna put together the poll. The contest does end on the end of day Monday, June 15th. So I hope that explains it. If you guys have any more questions, please message me, message Marko. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. I'll even be happy to give you tips. I'll be happy if you come to me and say, how does this sound to you? Or do you think this works with this? I will help you. If you guys come to me for help, I will help you. You can message me through Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. You can email me directly. Let me bring up our email contact information for you guys. Here we go. So there's my email. It's viz@deadtalklive.com. You can email me. You can also send me a WhatsApp message at 650-308-4023. You can email Marko at deadtalklive.com. And you could also send him a WhatsApp message at 786-749-8257. So I hope that answers your questions. We have a good, well over 10 days for this contest. So I think that should be enough time. Rasper Jam, Bixby has joined us. Mons has joined us on Instagram. Dioc has joined us. Hey, Bixby, how you doing? Thank you for joining us on Instagram. YouTube people, you're pretty quiet over there. Did I put you to sleep? So, Saz, Summer, you guys still with me? Anyone know what's happened to Hard Productions? Hard Productions wasn't with us last night, and I don't see him here again tonight. I hope everything's okay. So, you YouTube people, let me know. Okay, you guys are still there. Good, good. Maybeth has joined us. Rasp is waving. Hey, Rasp. Ismail writes, can we use WhatsApp for international calling? Oh, yeah. WhatsApp is completely free as long as you're calling another WhatsApp member. It's completely free for text chatting, even for phone calls, I believe. But definitely for text chatting. Yeah. Kareem has joined us on Instagram. Summer writes, yes, I'm here. Yeah, Saz also wonders, I wonder where he was. Yeah, I hope Hard Productions is okay. Maybe he's taking a little bit of time off. Whatever he's doing, I hope he's okay, and I hope he's having some fun out there. So let's move on to the next thing here, guys. What do we have? Now, speaking of the prizes, did any of you guys receive, any of our people in the U.S., did you guys receive your prizes from our last contest, for those of you that won? If, like, Summer, did you get your big box full of action figures today? Summer, I think I sent you one, like 6 of them. I think you got 6 action figures. So let me know if you actually received that, Summer. Wilson has joined us on Instagram. Kiernia93 has joined us on Instagram. Ismail writes, he was active today. I saw him post stuff. All right, that's cool. So, oh, at least we know he's okay. That's cool. Savannah has joined us on Instagram. Ty Bailey has joined us on Instagram. Kieran93 has joined us on Instagram. So Summer writes, oh my God, I got my box. I'm going to send a pic. Good, good. I'm glad you got it. I had to use a special box for you, Summer. Everyone else's prizes I could fit into a U.S. Post Office priority box. For you, because you had so many action figures, I had to get a special box. I had to use a box. I had to find a bigger box for all your action figures. So I'm glad you guys got them. Jaraquiri Vega 216 has joined us on Instagram. Summer, I forgot I won Andrea. Well, I'm glad I did not forget you won Andrea. So yeah, you got Andrea as well. So moving on to some Walking Dead news. Let's see what we have. Greg Nicotero did an interview today. Well, I don't know if it was today, but he did it very recently. And he talked about various stuff. But he talked about Lauren Cohen's return, who plays Maggie, onto the show. And I prepared the clip for you guys to watch. So let me play that for you guys. I think it's very cool. So let me just put on that Greg Nicotero clip, and I want you guys to listen to this.
It was amazing. Anytime any of our actors come back, even when, Michael Cudlitz would come down and direct, it was just, you can never really express what it's like to go through The Walking Dead together as this crazy family. So the day that Lauren shot with us, she came back, and I think she shot a couple days for the finale. It was weird because I got to the set early and I went and sat in her trailer and we talked for a little bit, and it was adorable because she was a little nervous. And I was a little jittery and excited, and she's a great actress. She taught me a lot about directing, I will say. She's super intuitive, like all the other actors, like Stephen Yun and Norman and all of our actors. They're so good. But with Lauren, her and I went back to season 2 together, and I had worked with her a lot. So it was kind of, I think we were both had this nervous excitement about getting a chance to film again. And after we had shot the first scene, it was kind of no time had passed.
All right, so there you go. That was Greg Nicotero. Marko, did you see that? Now, if you guys noticed, Greg Nicotero was doing an interview on a show that is very much like our own. So, Marko, are you there? Marko, producer, where are you? Marko, I know you're there. Anyway, Mike Davis has joined us on Instagram. Okay, Marko has not seen it, but Marko, did you notice? I know you guys on Instagram could not see the left side of the screen. Sorry, that's just a drawback of the limited real estate space Instagram gives us. I know YouTube and Facebook and Twitter saw it, but he was being interviewed on a show that is very much like ours. Okay, as well as a lot of actors and actresses are doing these days. So Marko, we know that Greg Nicotero is willing. We just have to get to him. We have to get a message to him that we have a whole bunch of dedicated fans on this show, Marko. He does do video interviews to live streams like our own. And we need to get his ass on here. So Greg, I hope this makes it to you. Greg, we've been fans of yours going all the way back to Day of the Dead. When you had that small scene in the original Day of the Dead. We would love to get you on here for an interview and share it with our viewers and fans. So I hope this video somehow makes it to you and you see it and you decide to contact me or Marko, and hopefully we can get you on the show, because Greg Nicotero is a legend in the horror genre movies and TV shows. Directing, acting, oh my god, it just goes on and on and on. Zambika37 writes, I hope you can. That would be awesome. Ismail writes, all you need is his email, right? Yeah, yeah. I explained the problems, about contacting people through Instagram. Your message gets lumped in with thousands of other fan messages. And they probably don't even get a chance to read it because they have so many messages. Private email, but how am I going to get Greg Nicotero's private email? You know what I mean? Or any of the other guests that we want to get on this show, like Norman Reedus and Cassidy McClincy and anyone else from the show for that matter. Savannah writes, I love your shirt. Yes, my Daryl Dixon shirt. Yes, I ordered a whole bunch of Walking Dead shirts. I'm getting 2 more in the mail tomorrow. So thank you, Savannah. Thank you very much. So that was Greg Nicotero. And I found it interesting that Maggie, Lauren Cohen, was nervous coming back to the set. I'm like, wow, somebody who was on the show for so many years and really only left for a season and a half. And I guess, going back, there are some butterflies right there. You know what I mean? So Ismail writes, is there a way I'll try when we finish? Is there a way for what? Savannah writes, wow. All right. Jessica Suarez has joined us on Instagram. Carlos has joined us on Instagram. So moving on to other news, Screen Rant did an interesting article today about the CRM and how they may be what's left over of the U.S. government. So I put together the interesting parts, and I'm going to read it out to you because it's nothing groundbreaking, but I just want to read this out to you. It's been a few years since the CRM organization has been teased, but still viewers don't have a lot of information regarding who these people are. Though it has been confirmed they are not the Commonwealth, so the CRM has nothing to do with the Commonwealth. So who are these people? It's possible they are a partially rebuilt version of the U.S. government. Fear the Walking Dead chronicled the fall of the country in its early seasons, and though it's clear that the government is no longer in position to protect the nation, it is possible that at least part of it survived. What would this mean for the Walking Dead going forward, and when will the truth come out? Who they are is sure to be explored in both World Beyond and the Walking Dead movies with Rick Grimes starring Andrew Lincoln. It could be explained that Rick was taken because the CRM wanted to recruit capable survivors who could fill leadership positions. It may be part of their long-term plan to restore the country to its former glory. So I just wanted to share that article with you guys. Basically it's a lot of guessing. Jessica Suarez has joined us. Carlos has joined us on Instagram. Ali has joined us on Instagram. Ismail writes, is there a way to get his email? I'll try when we finish. Trust me, Ismail, if there was a way to get his email, I would have emailed him already. I don't think there is. That's their own private email. It's private for a reason. Esther has joined us on Instagram. Kimberly has joined us on Instagram. So yeah, just some more information about the CRM. They could be part of what's left over of the U.S. government. There is some discrepancies from what we do know about that. We know the CRM was around long before the apocalypse. They were designed to, if humanity ever did fall, they were responsible for putting it back together. So they could very well be a part of a secret branch of the U.S. government that was always there on standby, being funded by the U.S. government in case the unthinkable ever happened, and it did. And of course, they sprung into action. So, all interesting stuff. Miri has joined us. Tanya has joined us on Instagram. Abel has joined us on YouTube. Abdel, sorry. Hey, Abdel. Uh, Abdel says, Michonne go with the CRM or who? We don't know. We assume Michonne is going to be tangled up with the CRM in one way or another. And Abdel also writes, Beta will die in episode 16. Well, that's interesting because today's topic, we're going to talk about the Whisperers. Okay, we're going to talk about the Whisperers today, and that's our base topic that we'll be getting here to very shortly. And I just woke up today, and I just have a feeling that they are done. They are done with that final episode, and now it's just a matter of scheduling. Okay, finding a time slot with AMC. AMC, I'm sure, is going to want to promote the hell out of this finale. It's been, built up and built up. So they're going to milk it for all it's worth. You can bet on that. So I think they're done. I think I think they are done with the editing of the finale. It's all put together. And this is just my opinion, guys. This is not fact. I just have a feeling they are done because a lot of time has passed. And I believe it's just down now to finding a scheduled slot for it to air. Marco, do you think they will give us 1 or 2 weeks advance notice, before they announce the actual date? Like what I'm saying is, are they going to announce it 1 week before it airs or 2 weeks? What do you think, Marco? Marco asked, do we know the initials of the CRM? I did. I know the last letter is militia. I think the second letter is Republic, and I forgot what the C stands for. Marco says it's going to be at least 2 weeks. I agree. It's going to be at least 2 weeks because that's about how much time they need to get the word out to everyone. That the finale is going to finally air. I think we're going to see ratings close to 10 million for this finale. That's huge. That's going to, double what its, cable ratings have been. And going back to that whole cable rating thing, man, The Walking Dead, it's being announced by every major entertainment outlet. How everyone is just surprised at the resurgence in ratings that this show is experiencing right now. Because it's so unusual. After ratings go down, they usually stay down. But for The Walking Dead, they're going back up. Summers on YouTube writes, I think so too. So Summer thinks that they are done with the finale as well. Marco writes, so the government theory could be right. Remember, we did see them in Fear as well as, the one that made contact with Al. And I have that in my notes here, I think. What I wrote is Screen Rant did an interesting article about the CRM. I put the article together, and they were mentioned. We started seeing the CRM in Season 8. In All Out War, just a brief... Rick is walking down the highway with a gun, and he just sees a helicopter fly by. Never been explained, never, that was the first time we saw the CRM. That was them with the helicopter. Linda, if your screen is black, close down the app and reopen it. It's a Wi-Fi issue you're having. Just close down, not the app, close down the live stream and then reopen it again. And your screen will come back, Linda. Yeah, it happens to me too sometimes. It's an Instagram issue. It's nothing wrong with the feed here. If you shut it down and shut down the live stream, push the X in the upper right-hand corner, and then reopen it again, you'll be good to go. So, Abdel writes, is it possible the new character is Sherry? You're talking about the masked ninja person? Anything is possible. Anything is possible, I think it's someone from the CRM. I don't know who, but it could be. Marko writes on YouTube, possibly it did look like a petite person, so it could be a woman. I really think it is. Everyone is so convinced it's that person is built like a man. I don't see that. For me, it looks like a woman. It really does look like a woman. You know? Emma has joined us on Instagram. Michelle has joined us on Instagram. So, yeah. Saz writes, Summer writes, did Rick see a helicopter when he hid in the army tank in season 1? Saz says, yes, outside the hospital. Abdel writes, is it Maggie? No, it's not Maggie. 100% absolutely positive it's not Maggie. Not even a chance in hell it's Maggie. No. I know it's been rumored, but it's not Maggie. Not a chance in hell is it Maggie. So, yeah. So, Marko, Ismail, our producer, not the director, Marko sent me some great pics that I put together a little slideshow. We've got some bromance pics between Andrew Lincoln and Norman Reedus, as well as some cool behind the scenes shots. So let me bring that up for you guys.
It was amazing. You know, I mean...
That it? Sorry, that wasn't it. That's not it. Okay, where did I put it? Here we go. There we go. Here's a slideshow of some really cool pics. There's Stephen Yen, Andrew and Greg Nicotero. We have The Governor by David Morrissey, Herschel. We have Norman and Andrew again holding hands. Some cool shots right here. I love the one of Michael Cudlitz with the kilt and Josh McDermott. So Marko sent me these pictures. I thought they were a lot of fun, and I wanted to share them with you guys. Savannah writes, I think the masked person could be Winnie for when Michonne was pregnant. Don't remember what episode. Huh, that's interesting. Ismail writes, Reedus is protesting in D.C. Well, if he is, he's just a few miles away from me. Theron writes, there was a helicopter crash outside of Woodbury, also with the governor going out to the site. Yeah, but that wasn't the CRM. I remember that's when we first got introduced to the governor, and the governor took them all out. But yeah, they were not the CRM. They were just part of a leftover military unit that they were just looking for refuge, and the governor and his men stumbled upon him, and he murdered him. Because that's what the governor is. He's a psychopath. The governor is a psychopath, and he just killed them. Took their guns, took all any supplies they had, and, Michonne witnessed that, and, well, that was the start of Michonne definitely not liking the governor, and we all know how that turned out. I'm getting to that, Saz. Don't jump ahead of me. I'm getting to that, Saz. I've got it on my list of announcements. So those were the pics that Marko sent me. And moving on to next on our announcements, we want to wish a very happy birthday today, as Saz just said on YouTube, to Josh McDermott, who plays Eugene on The Walking Dead. Josh turns 42 years old today. So we have an official picture of right here. I didn't pull up the wrong screen. This is The Walking Dead official Twitter account wishing Josh McDermott, who plays Eugene, a very happy birthday, and we're also wishing him a very happy birthday. He turns 42 years old today. So happy birthday, Josh. We hope you had a good one. And Saz, since no, Saz, now I'm going to put you on the spot. It's someone else's birthday who appeared on The Walking Dead today. Do you know who? Sorry, Saz, you put yourself in this position. Now you got to answer this question. Okay, it's someone else's birthday who appeared on The Walking Dead. They appeared on 2 episodes. So let's see if Saz knows this one. You know, I'll give her a couple of seconds to answer. Sunep has joined us on Instagram. 17 has joined us on Instagram. Savannah is laughing. Marko writes, I posted it on YouTube. I spoiled it. Oh, man. Oh, okay. I hope you're talking about, oh, you posted the other one? Oh, man, you did spoil it. Anyway. Okay. Today, the actor Robin Lord, who played Sam on The Walking Dead, he was the first one to get slaughtered at Terminus when they had him all lined up in front of that bathtub and bashing him over the head and slicing their throat. He turns 41 years old today, but he is better known for playing Penguin in the hit Fox show The Gotham. So he plays played Penguin on the show Gotham on Fox. It's okay, Marko. It's fine. I was just going to test Sass to see if she knew that one. So those are the two birthdays for today. So let me look at the phone lines here. Guys, for this topic today, I want you guys to call in because all I have written down for today's topic is the fate of the Whisperers. I want to hear your guys' opinion. I want to talk to you, whether through phone calls or chats. Please give me a call or chat. Zambika says that was such an awesome but horrible scene. Exactly. Theron writes, great actor. It is. Marko writes, originally he was going to stick around, but he got a better role in Gotham. Absolutely he did. I mean, he got Penguin. So I don't know how many of you guys watched Gotham, but he was like one of the stars of that show. So anyway, going back to today's topic. Today's topic is the fate of the Whisperers. We want your guys' take on, will the communities spare minus Beta? Beta's going to die. Do I know that as an inside fact? No. But he died in the comic books and he's going to die in the TV show. I can pretty much guarantee that. So putting Beta aside, will the gang spare the majority of the Whisperers once they have been defeated? Will they allow them to join the community? Are they even in a mindset after being brainwashed for so many years by Alpha to even be able to join a community and, rejoin civilization again to what they have built? So I want to hear from you guys. And the other option is they're all going to get killed. I don't think they're all going to. That's a lot of them to kill. Unless the battle is so damn bloody and it lasts like the whole finale and just like a whole bunch of all of them get taken out. I don't really see that happening. I think there's going to come a point where once Beta dies, the pack is just going to cave in because Beta is the leader now and they've been living under the herd mentality of pack leader and so on. So once the pack leader goes, once Beta gets killed, I think they're just going to fold. Saz writes, all depends if they can change how they live. Absolutely. Summer writes, I wouldn't let them join. So you don't think there's a chance of redemption in them there, Summer? Summer also goes on to say it. I hate to say it, but Dante ruined their fate for me. Dante was not brainwashed. Dante lived in Alexandria for a while. He infiltrated Alexandria. He knew that what Alpha was preaching was wrong. He just didn't care. He was just a bad guy. And he was able to infiltrate them and play it off so well because I think he's a little bit of a psychopath. He had no remorse. Theron Lyles writes, I think they're as crazy as wolves. They might go crazy and attack still. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? Zambika writes, it's like Rick with his questions when new people came around. Yep. Savannah on Instagram writes, I think some of the Whisperers will surrender or they might have a new Alpha or Beta. Uh, Mar- Summer, Marco is saying don't talk bad about Dante. Marco likes Dante. Even though he was a psychopath, Marco liked him. I don't like Dante because he took out Sadiq. And I've mentioned this before. We lost Carl for Sadiq. And it sucked that we lost Sadiq. You know, this is who Carl sacrificed himself for. And then we lose Sadiq because Dante takes him out. That's just not right. Not right. Sandra writes, I think it's going to be like Negan's people. They're going to be exiled. They're going to be exiled. Yeah, you know, Rick tried. Rick tried his damnedest to get those saviors incorporated and the sanctuary incorporated into those communities because that's what Carl wanted. But he was fighting an uphill battle, and nobody else in his group, even the closest members to Rick, they just didn't see it. They didn't want it. Daryl didn't want it. You know, Carol didn't want it. They went along because, it was Rick. Marco Summer is laughing for insulting Dante. Marco also writes, I hate Sadiq. I hated Sadiq. No, you hated Sadiq? Really? I didn't know that. I love Sadiq. I thought he was a cool character. I was a little wishy-washy on him when we first met him in the woods, you know. But after you know, Carl brought him home, and just before Rick died, and after Carl died, I got to really, he grew on me. Sadiq really did grow on me. I liked him, you know. So. And apparently everybody else loved him as well, too, in the communities. Marco writes, yep, he made no impact on the show for me, in my opinion. All right. Michelle, 2023, has joined us. Thank you for joining us, MX. Ismail writes, I hate Dante. A lot of backstabbing, evil manipulation, son of a bitch. Very well put. Savannah writes, I think Sadiq is an all-right character, but not my favorite. No, I'm not saying Sadiq was my favorite. No, he's not my favorite. I just liked him as a character. Saz writes, Alden was a savior, and then he changed so a few of the Whisperers could change, kind of like how Mary was being convinced. Yeah, exactly. Alden was a savior. He surrendered, and Alden was just a good guy. He just got caught up with the saviors because he found them first, and they took him in. Marco also agrees. He loves Alden as well. Alden is probably going to be a daddy. You know. Summer writes to Marco, he made Coco. Yes. Sadiq is, Sadiq and Rosita are Coco's parents. Marco is asking Saz, do you know who I loved and was nice eye candy? DJ. Saz writes, so yes, Marco. Oh, man. So, guys, the number to call, if you guys want to call into the show, it's 718-509-9270. If you're in the U.S., just pick up any phone, dial that number, 718-509-9270. If you guys are international, the call is free if you use Skype. Just open up your Skype app, search for our name in Skype, which is Walking Dead Now. We're the only ones on Skype with that name. Add us to your favorites so you can call us at any time live during the show if you're living outside the United States. Varner has joined us on Instagram. Azura has joined us on Instagram. Sandra Carroll is going to bed, 3:15 a.m. here. Have a great night. Good night, Sandra. Thank you for joining us. Theron Lyles writes, Sadiq has a lot of different facets in the group, and he grew tremendously as a character. I absolutely agree. Savannah writes, I think Sadiq is an all-right character, but not my favorite. I already mentioned that. Yeah. No, he wasn't my favorite either. Good night, Sandra. Hope to see you again here real soon. Thank you for joining us tonight. Summer writes, yes, DJ was definitely fine. You guys done with your, male scale rating over there? So, anyways, I want to hear your guys' thoughts, more thoughts on how this finale is going to go, as far as the Whisperers. Do any of you think the majority of what I'm hearing so far is they are not going to be incorporated into? You guys don't think they're going to be incorporated into the communities? So I think some will. Mary was about to before Beta killed her. I think depending on how long they were there, like, you guys remember the two that walked up on Negan and Daryl when Daryl had Negan tied, and those three Whisperers said to Negan, "You killed Alpha. Now you're the new Alpha," and they like bowed down to him. What the hell was that about? And Negan, in true Negan character, of course, he ate that right up. And then he asked them, "Wait a minute, if I'm the Alpha, why aren't I holding the gun?" Remember that? And then he got the gun and pretended he was going to shoot Daryl, and then he shot one guy, realized that the gun only had just one shell in it, and that's when Daryl and Negan had to take out the other two. I thought that was amusing, But like those Whisperers that are like that far crazy to where they are bowing down to what they see as the new Alpha, I don't see redemption for them. You can tell they've been following Alpha and Beta for a really long time, and I just don't see any way somebody who's that far gone getting incorporated into the communities. That's a lot of brainwashing to undo. I don't think they can hack it. But let's say some of the newer Whisperers, the ones that have been not as long with Alpha and Beta, depending on how long Alpha has really worked on them, some of them could be good to go. Theron writes, the Whisperers don't have a home base like the Saints or any of the other groups that joined. It'd be hard to incorporate them into groups. All right, I see that. And also we have the issue of Hilltop is burned to the ground. I'm sure they're going to rebuild it. The kingdom has fallen. So it's really just Alexandria and Oceanside. I don't see Oceanside taking them in. And that just leaves Alexandria. And we know there's a whole bunch of Whisperers. There's at least close to 100 or more of them, I would guess. So where do you put them? There's only so much space in Alexandria. Hilltop needs to be rebuilt. How about this idea? Get them to rebuild what they burned down. Get the Whisperers who surrendered to help rebuild the Hilltop community. I think that's a great idea. If they do surrender, put them to work. If they want in on the communities, they have to earn their way back in. Let them rebuild Hilltop and everything that they destroyed under Alpha's and Beta's direction. That would work. Theron also writes, maybe the island where Michonne held prisoner. Yeah, but that's not part of the communities. They would be isolated over there. Christian Alvarado 81 is laughing at that comment. Mark also says, use them as labor in exchange for their lives. I mean, why the hell not? I'm not saying slave labor, but say, hey, you know what? You guys want to earn our trust? You guys surrendered? You guys see that what Alpha and Beta has been feeding you all this time has been nothing but bullshit? That you have to survive as a herd, as a pack, and lives don't matter, and the dead own this world, and the living mean nothing. If you want to, if you want to earn your way back into, or not earn your way back, but earn your way into these communities, you have to earn your way in. You have to rebuild Hilltop. Help us rebuild Hilltop. So I don't really see it as slave labor. Besides, there's no, monetary exchange anyways. Money doesn't mean crap. Savannah also writes, let them work like Negan's been doing. Exactly. Negan spent 7 years behind bars, and he needed that time to change into the Negan that we have today. Karina. Hey, Karina's joining us from Brazil. Thank you for joining us, Karina. That's a beautiful name, Karina. So hello, Karina from Brazil, joining us on Instagram. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah. So I think that's probably the best solution. Whoever wants to join the communities, whoever doesn't die in the battle, get them to work on rebuilding Hilltop. Anyone here think that Hilltop is not going to get rebuilt? I don't think so. Does anyone here believe that Hilltop is just going to disappear and we're only going to be left with Alexandria? I don't know how it went in the comic books, especially the last couple of issues. Summer writes, we can't let the Whisperers next to the Golden Children, Judith and RJ. They can rebuild Hilltop and stay there. Yeah, but Hilltop, you know what, Summer? Hilltop is, what's been said is the most, as far as farming goes, the most fertile place in any of the communities. That's why it thrived on growing, fruits and vegetables and food for everybody. When Rick and the gang first showed up at Hilltop, they saw the food they had. Out of all the communities, Hilltop is like a gold mine in the apocalypse. The ground is very fertile. It's great farming land. I don't see them just saying, hey, you build Hilltop and just stay here. They're not just going to give that gold mine away to whatever survivors are left of the Whisperers. They're going to want that back. They're going to definitely want that back. So, Zambika writes, they might expand Alexandria. Good point. They might do that. So, I think it's great. I really think it'd be great. I think we might get some very interesting Whisperer characters added to the show. We've only seen them through their face masks. A very small percentage of them we've actually seen their real face. And the ones that we have seen are already dead. Beta never takes off his face mask. Can you imagine how nasty his actual skin must be under that zombie face mask? Saz writes, Hilltop was rebuilt in the comic books, so I would imagine Maggie will come back to help them rebuild it. Okay, Saz, that's good to know. Saz also writes, I think Hilltop is cursed, laughing out loud. Yeah, it might be. Theron writes, Hilltop really was only a museum with a good wall. Perhaps a better frontier outpost instead of something that massive like that mansion. You're right. It was a museum, and that big house that was there was like the main house of the museum. So, Zambika 37 writes, so gross, and the smell must be horrible under that mask. It's gross. I mean, Beta sleeps in that face mask. He doesn't take it off. By now, if we're putting this into realistic terms, his real skin has probably melded with the zombie skin that he was wearing. He did get a fresh half a face. He has Alpha's half face now. So, at least he got something fresh. Theron is laughing out loud. Yeah. It's just one of those things where you gotta look the other way. Did you guys see that big boo-boo they did with Beta? We only have a few minutes left. There was a big boo-boo that they did in the filming. Now, if you remember, just before the part that we did not see where Beta takes Alpha's face and incorporates it into his face. He puts her down, her decapitated head, that's a walker. He puts her down by putting a knife into her temple, right? Later on, there's an image of him walking down the street. And if you remember, he stabbed her on the right side of the head. Okay, he put his big ass knife right here. And that's the part of the face that he cut off and put on as his face mask. And it was pointed out on social media and other outlets as a big boo-boo. If you pause the shot and you take a look at Beta wearing Alpha's half of the face, there is no knife mark right here. The knife where where he supposedly put Alpha down, when he put her down as a walker, there's no wound, there's no opening, there's no cut mark there. So if you guys want, after the show, look it up. And that was just a blooper. They forgot, the people in charge of special effects forgot to add the entry wound of where Beta stabbed Alpha. So Theron also writes, I meant sleeper whisperers. I knew what you meant. Zabika writes, it was cool that he made a new mask with half his own and half of Alpha's. That was cool. He now has a part of her with him. And, Beta saw Alpha as his god. We're coming to an end, but Ismail writes, I don't like how Alpha died. They built her too much to die that easily. You see, I think a lot of people will disagree with you there, Ismail. I think Alpha's death was awesome. They gave her the same death by the same person that she got in the comic books. And I think her death was awesome. Samantha Morton, who played Alpha, knew exactly how long she was going to be on the show. They were going to kill her off exactly how they did in the comic books. Saz writes, and that he used a guitar string and he put that mask together. That's kick-ass. Before we go, guys, I did get my new webcam today. Finally. It was the last thing to arrive. It got lost. So for all the YouTube people out there, we only have a minute left. I just want to show you guys. For the Instagram people, the screen is going to go all messed up on you for a second. So I apologize. But I want to get this test out to the people with the big screen. So here we go, guys. This is what it looks like. My new HD camera. Let me know how it looks on the big screen with YouTube. Hey, you know what? It does actually look nice on Instagram. It does look nice. It doesn't look half bad. So that's me using the full screen on my new HD webcam. So, you know what? This doesn't look half bad on Instagram. I thought it would be all distorted as shit. I might go with this tomorrow. This is badass. Yeah, that is bad wax. Stay badass. Anyway, guys, we're out of time. Thanks for watching. We're on every day at 9:30 p.m. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Our YouTube channel's name is Walking Dead Now. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you want. We're there. All our links are on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our podcast, which is called Stay Walking, available on your favorite podcast client. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. You guys are awesome as always. Till tomorrow, guys, stay walking.